you are interested in getting a mortgage, there is a particular property you like, maybe in a particular community, in a city, you like properties that are just newly built, or you like the ones that are old, maybe because of the price, you just want to get on the mortgage. You want to get on the property ladder. The very first thing you will do before liking any properties at all, before liking a particular community at all, the very first thing you will do is to get a mortgage broker. I have done this video before. I'm just making it a repetition now because I have received several messages, just like you can see on the screen, from several people. This is just a little. I just decided to just pick these ones. There are other ones that I didn't just bother to screenshot to put on the screen for you guys to see. Now, the very first thing we say you go do now to get a mortgage broker. And the function of this mortgage broker is to help you run both the eligibility and affordability checks. Okay, eligibility, that is, are you eligible? And the second one, which is the affordability, are you going to be able to afford the repayment of the mortgage? That is the essence, one of the jobs of your mortgage brokers. You understand? So that's the very first thing you would do before coming to say, okay, I like this property. How can I get the mortgage? How can I buy the property? Oftentimes, I do post properties on my page. You understand? So if you are interested in any of these properties, or you are interested in a particular area or community, the very first thing you would do is to seek that, look for that mortgage broker that will help you to run the checks. Because it is possible for you to be interested or to like a particular property and you are not eligible for it, or you can't afford it. And all of these things will be known through your affordability and your eligibility checks. Okay, it's just like you are seeking a loan from the bank. The first thing the banks would do is to run those checks on you, whether you can afford it, whether you are eligible for that particular loan. So the same thing is applicable for the mortgage, to the mortgage as well. Show you the hear me so. After you run these checks, that is when you can now seek my service. If you now need my services afterwards, to see whether you want a particular property in Manchester, or you want one in Birmingham, or you like to be in Milton Keynes, or you want to be in London, that is when you can now request my service. For example, okay, Ade Reality, I like a property in Manchester. Can you help me to look for one within this price range? Because after running the checks, the affordability and eligibility checks by your mortgage broker, he will come up with something that is called AIP, Agreement in Principle. That agreement in principle is a particular figure. Maybe 250,000 is a particular amount of money a lender is willing to borrow you. And that is the property you are going to be looking for. You are looking for the property in the range of that amount of money on your AIP. You understand? Maybe you now want to go to Birmingham, or you now want to go to Manchester. That is when you now come to Ade Reality to say, can you help me look for a property within this price range in Manchester? Then I will now tell you how much I'm going to charge for that service. You understand? Ade Reality may not be able to help you to run eligibility and affordability checks, but he can help you to spread tentacles to look for properties, whether in Manchester, in London, in different places. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. So one thing is for you to like a particular property in a community. Another thing is for you to be eligible for that kind of property. Another thing is for you to be able to meet the affordability requirements. You understand? So all of these things you need to have at the back of your mind. There are quite a good number of properties out there that a lot of people can even pay for cash down. Maybe properties about 50,000, 60,000 pounds that you can pay for if you have the kudi money, kudi owo. If you have the cash, you can pay for it. You just have to explain to where that source is coming from. And another thing is, after you might have gotten your mortgage broker and your AIP, you need a lawyer, you need a solicitor. You understand? As you go along in the process of the mortgage application, you need the solicitor to help you in all of that, because at the end of the day, your deposit is going to be with the solicitor. You understand this? So the very first thing, I'm discussing the very first thing now, which is the mortgage broker. You understand? So it is very important. Don't worry about whether you are going to, whether you think you're qualified or you think you're not qualified. You wouldn't know until that mortgage advisor helps you out to run those checks. That is when you will know whether you are qualified, whether you are eligible, whether you meet the affordability checks. You understand? And how much a particular lender is willing to borrow you. Don't forget that if you are applying as a single person, the amount of money you are going to get obviously is going to be lower, very, very low compared to if you are doing a joint purchase. Have this at the back of your mind. This is quite simple, guys. And I've said it over and over again that the place where you day, now there you're supposed to invest your money. You understand? The place where you day, now there you're supposed to invest your money. The property you buy today for 60K, you understand? Give it 3, 4, 5 years. the price of that property will have gone up, obviously. You understand? So you will have gotten equity on that property at some point in the future. And it is very, very important to make sure, say, where you they put your money, your hide the day. No be to invest your money for a place where you don't know, where economic factors, governmental policies, human factors can sway away the money where we say you don't invest. A lot of people don't invest for for Niger today, that they cry. You understand? I'm not saying say to invest for Niger saying a bad thing, but you go wait until everything day all right, everything don't set before you carry your money, go invest. And at the end of the day, you go cry. But invest your money in a place where you have security, where no government will just wake up more money to say na road supposed to be where your property, they just clear the road, house away. So make sure say you invest in a place where we say you go get rest of mind, and at the end of the day, your money will yield a serious dividend for you. You understand? So the very first thing first, to those that are interested, I've received a lot of messages in my DMs. If you are interested, the very first thing you should do is to get a mortgage broker. And I have recommended Gled Hills, just like you can see on the screen. Gled Hills. They are very good independent mortgage specialists. They will help you to run those checks very well, and they will be able to come up with lenders who are willing to borrow you a certain amount of money. Make use of Gled Hills. If you have any difficulties or any challenges getting through to them, just let me know. I will put you through very well. Ade Reality will not be able to run checks for you. Ade Reality will not collect any money from you apart from the money that I get from you through the services that are rendered to you. So after you've gotten that AIP and the lender is willing to borrow you 100,000, just like I said, I can now then help you to look for a particular property in the place of your choice. This is how these things they work. You understand? No, they follow anybody. We go do you wayo. We get a lot of our brothers for this country where they do wayo with people. I know they like. I go begin call their names one after the other very, very soon. One love.